another remote code execution vulnerability known as a Spring4Shell. So what is Spring4Shell vulnerability? So as I said, it is a remote code execution vulnerability, and some ways similar to log4j in the sense it uses a library and JDK versions of version 9. Newer were vulnerable, and the CVE number was given CVE-2022-22965, and the problem with it is in April 2022 there was a report that some cyber criminal groups are using Spring4Shell as part of their attacks, and they were using Mirai botnet as an initial vector. Some of the prerequisites for this, like I said, is the JDK, Java Development Kit, version 9 or newer. Apache Tomcat is the server running. The package is VAR, and the Spring framework being used should be older than 5.3. And also the Java application should either have a Spring Web MVC or a Spring Web Flux. So let's see how we can find whether a machine is vulnerable. So like most vulnerabilities, it can be identified using a number of different methods and dependencies. The demo we are going to use is by a POC by the Randori attack team, and we will use that you can say POC to check whether a machine is vulnerable or not. So let us start. Just log into my machine. So the target machine we first want to see what are the dependencies, or if so it says the application is a testbed for Spring4Shell exploit. So now that we have access, now we will open the terminal and we will run a command curl http localhost 80 hello world greeting class.module.class loader. To be careful with the letters. URL s %5 capital B 0 %5d is equal to 0. Alright, so this is the code of the website, you can say. Okay, sounds good. So now we will use the script which is in the documents slash Spring shell folder. Okay, there is our exploit. Let us see what the requirements of this exploit are, if any. All right, so as you can see, it mentions must pass URL. So we need to mention the URL. Let's exit this. Let's execute it. .py URL http localhost 080 slash hello world slash greeting and quotation mark. I need to use Python 3. Let's try that. Okay. Right, so it says check your target for a shell. So basically, this is a link that it has given us that we can use. So let's see what it gives us. All right, it says UID root, groups root, so it has given us a shell with root access. So if I type any other command, let's say ipconfig, or let's say ifconfig. It's not working. Let's try ls. Okay, so you can see I can run different commands through the browser. I typed cmd id, I got the id, then I typed cmd ls, and I have the folders in that or file in that folder. So we saw how we used an exploit to gain access or shell to a machine that was vulnerable to Spring4Shell. So now what is the mitigation for such a vulnerability. So first is you should upgrade Tomcat to a newer version above 10.0, or you can downgrade Java to a version lower than 9, that is version 8 or version 7, although not best. Or you can disable binding to particular fields, for example, disallowed fields on web data binder, etc. So these are some of the ways that you can mitigate this vulnerability. I hope you found this video informative, and if you like these videos, kindly like and subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. Till then, take care. Bye bye.